we freaking go. Hell yeah.
Look.
Remember when I told you that my principal was named Miss Moor?
Yeah.
Shit's kind of funny, man.
Yeah.
I had a Jewish principal too in my elementary school, and they used to do the Israeli national anthem.
Interesting.
I hate
In school? That's a bit. What the fuck?
I swear to God, I hate that I like that national anthem. If there was a guilty pleasure, mine would be liking the Israeli national anthem.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but remember we spoke about a few subjects, like we spoke about how you said jazz was forbidden in Nazi Germany and shit.
Yep. Did you watch the did you see the picture I sent you? The
Yep,
poster?
I did. I sure did.
Yeah. I don't know if that's true, because I don't know actually. Because I have this book that apparently Hitler speaks on who the real Jews are. So I'm not really sure if that was true or not, or whether he knew who they were but just fucking really hated jazz. You know, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know
It's a book about World War II, I think. World War II?
I don't know what correlation Jews have with jazz.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I know they tend to control the industry.
Yeah.
Which is something I definitely want to touch on as well. You ever notice that Rick Rubin looks like Karl Marx?
Without a beard?
Yeah.
Rick Rubin. Let's have a look.
I swear.
Is he a lefty? Leftist?
Who, Rick Rubin?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, most Jews tend to be, so I wouldn't put it past.
Yeah, he's of Jewish descent. Long Beach High School, blah, blah, blah. Let's have a look.
Shoot, Professor Griff got in a lot of trouble because of Def Jam and Russell Simmons and Leo Conan's, and I think even Rick Rubin to a degree, but definitely Russell Simmons and Leo Conan's. Like, he even spoke about the situation where he was on the Breakfast Club recently, and he was talking about Dame Dash. He was calling Professor Griff nuts, of course.
Wait, who called him nuts? Was it
Leo Conan? Leo Conan called Professor Griff
yeah.
nuts.
Oh yeah, he said when Professor Griff went nuts.
He was exposing his Jewish cabal and shit.
I don't like what he did on the Breakfast Club. He tried to come with that mentality that he's just this guy who fixes everyone. Like he's like a benevolent person.
Protocols of Zionism, Daniel. It's the protocols of Zionism.
Yeah, that was real fucking slick the way he did it.
That's why I had to make that video, man. Fuck that diaspora, and I made the series on it too. In regard, it's even a subtle way of me taking shots at a lot of people who are the elite that Jewish people correlate to.
Mm-hmm.
But then also, it coinciding with like hip hop and this current generation. Yeah, man, like you were speaking about a lot of real shit last time, especially when you were talking about how you were talking about Obama, and you said something about Morocco.
Oh yeah, Obama. He what did he do? He had in one of his speeches, right?
Yeah.
Which one was it? When he was talking about Islam. Morocco, the first nation to recognize the United States of America.
Mm-hmm.
That's because America is Morocco. So, yeah, that was like he does yeah, they speak in code. Like, you think they speak in code, but it's like a completely different code when you really, you know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, when Martin Luther King Jr. said, you know, he's been to the mountaintop, he wasn't actually talking about a mountaintop. He was talking about shit. What was it? Like he was. Damn it. I forgot the word for it. But you know, he was like an agent. You know how they get like preachers to.
Bro, I'm pretty sure Michael, or Martin Luther King as people call him, I'm pretty sure that he was like in a Masonic lodge when he made that speech, actually.
Yeah, he was using Freemason code talk or Masonic code talk. I've been to the mountaintop. He was talking about the the eye on the dollar bill and all that shit.
You know, it's funny. I was watching a video with Chronicles of Judah recently, and he said that John F. Kennedy didn't give a fuck about black people. He just didn't want to mess up some sort of conflict of interest. So he collaborated and aligned himself with black people at that time period. But a lot of people say, JFK, that's our greatest president, and he was a true American hero and all that. I'm like, Irish people, because John F. Kennedy's Irish. Irish people don't give a fuck about black people, even though they were looked down by other Anglo-Saxons, and were even indentured servants at a certain time period. They, hell no.
You want to know why they were looked down upon?
Yeah, tell me. Yeah, you're British, so you definitely would know.
The same. Well, I mean, the same reason why the Italians were looked down upon
By the
and the Spanish, because they got Negro blood.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to find out more about, Europeans that have, so-called black blood in them, there's a book by, I think it's J.A. Rogers, Nature Knows No Color Line.
I gotta get that, because I think I heard you mention that before. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Nature Knows No Color Line.
Yeah. I think I linked you that on Facebook, but yeah, I need to get that book.
Yeah, I definitely remember you mentioning it to me for sure. I'm almost done that with that book, The Human Use of Human Beings. It's like 40 more pages. That ain't shit.
Oh shit! How many pages altogether?
230.
Okay.
40 more pages.
Oh, there's also another book for like I guess like British lineage. It's Ancient and Modern Britons by David McRitchie. He's European. I guess like scholar or whatever word you want to use.
Is it me or you sound like you're crackling a little bit?
I don't know. Hold on, let me check my connection. Let's have a look. Let me just close this. Actually, yeah, let me close YouTube down.
For sure.
Close that one down too. I shouldn't be crackling. I don't know. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, am I crackling now?
Not as much. Not as much.
Shit, I wonder what's doing that.
No, you're good. You're good now. You're good now, Dan. You're good now.
Alright, okay. Cool.
But yeah. Shoot. I mean, we were talking about a lot of shit, man. Like, a lot of real shit.
Yep, there's a lot of stuff out there. You just want to find out. You want to find out more. Just basically listen to Sabir Bey. He does quite a lot of.
You brought up Sabir Bey last time too, and it made me think about even Mos Def when he switched his name to Yasin Bey, and then even talking about Kevin Gates.
Yep. That toe-licking freak.
The funny thing about it is with Kevin Gates even claimed to be like a Satanist at one point.
Wow, that's interesting.
Y'all out here worshiping your God and shit. Y'all niggas don't even know what the fuck that really mean.
Is that what he said?
No, I'm paraphrasing. But he's been questioning God. He even questioned God in his music. I even remember he had a song called In My Feelings. And he was just having like a doubt. It's like a doubtful notion of God or deity and all that other shit. It's actually a pretty popular song by him.
Is that on one of his mixtapes?
I think so. It was like 2015, 2016-ish. I think that's
like when I stopped listening to him around that time, actually.
Speaking of rappers, I see that you had a link with Sauce Walker, man. Good shit. Ghetto Gospel.
Yeah.
First time I heard of Sauce Walker was when he was dissing that fuckboy Jew Drake on Back to Back, but he had his own version called Whack to Whack. 2015 was the first time I heard of Sauce Walker. He's dope.
Yeah, I've heard of his name. I just never really paid any attention to his music, and I heard someone mention that, and I thought I'd check it out, and I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, he just wasn't on my radar for a while. I knew he could rap, and I mean, like, yeah. And I'll say that his style is like quirky and hoodish.
Yeah. You can tell with the, that. I don't know if does he produce his own music?
I'm not 100% sure, but he is independent. That much I know. Like, he don't got no fucking label backing him, none of that.
Yeah, because he used what was that? What's that game?
Kingdom Hearts 2, yeah. It was Sanctuary by Kingdom Hearts 2 he sampled. My Sanctuary.
I heard that. Yeah. The first time I heard that sample was in 2009.
Lil B used it in a song.
When did he use it?
I think it might have been around 2009. Like, I know for sure Lil B also used that sample though.
First time I heard it was a grime MC called Devlin on a track called London City.
Oh, okay.
That was like 2008, 2009. But yeah, that's crazy.
Nice. Good shit, man.
But yeah, what else is on the agenda?
Man, I was telling Brother Kel, like, when we had our conversation, like, I feel like there's an uprising right now going on in the world. Whether it's calling out the fuckery that a lot of these black women and single mothers are causing, whether it's all this fuck shit going on in the industry and calling out dudes like Vlad and academics and the Charlemagnes of the world and whoever else and whatever else is an outlet to dysfunction. Like, it's like a Renaissance era that is coming up, but we're still kind of in the dark ages. No pun intended to you, Daniel.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah. Because there are people who actually understand how to use the internet and use it properly instead of just indulging and just having these females have a bunch of booty shots and filters on Instagram all day.
Yep. I've actually noticed one thing with some of these women. You know those call TV stations, like Babe Station and other shit. Not Bang Babes. What's it called? You know those TV stations where women, like, they're half naked. You can see their tits.
Yeah.
And they just basically wait for you to call in, and then they have like phone sex and shit.
Yeah, I know.
I've noticed a lot of those women they've gone over to the ASMR community, and they're kind of like leeching that. You know, like they'll put up Patreons and they'll do like request videos of them doing like nude ASMR videos and shit.
Yeah. I was under the impression you were talking about Bang Bros for a second. I'm like, oh shit.
I wouldn't be surprised if porn cashed in on the ASMR shit. 'Cause it's exploded within the last 2 years. You know, it's got really popular. You know, millions of views on. You know, some of these females have got millions of subscribers, and it almost feels like it happened overnight.
Sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if it did. You know, market.
Man, when I saw Tariq Nasheed's trailer for Hidden Colors 5, I was laughing throughout the whole one. I'm like, you really just milking off of this white supremacy shit? Like, seriously. It's just black inferiority, and just using the word black in itself shows that there is no rights. That's why the smartest thing to do is just to lay off that term. Even I have to find myself falling back from using it.
Wait, Hidden Colors 4, it was the trailer, right?
Yeah.
It's not the one where he's sitting on the bench and he hands that guy a shirt, is it? He's playing basketball.
I don't think so, but I just know that Dame Dash was in it.
Oh, yeah, no, this is a different one. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah, family. We're gonna be producing Hidden Colors 10, and we're gonna definitely let the white supremacists have it. We gotta make sure that we're vigilant of the suspected white supremacists too, fam, and the coons who align with them. Recognize.
Oh man. Oh shit. Yeah, I can't believe people still take him seriously, man. Man.
All while making a crispy puppet series.
Yep.
I don't even fuck with old boy either, man.
The hypocrisy is disgusting. What's Dr. Umar Johnson been up to lately?
Oh, Umar the Sim.
You
know? Umar the Sim Johnson just been doing his lectures. I mean, nothing really. Oh, no. Actually, there was something. You know, LeBron James is opening up a school, right?
Yeah.
And somebody asked him about what was his thoughts on it. And Umar was like, now, I respect my brother, LeBron James, for doing something so noble, like opening up a school. But y'all don't understand, though, family, that he is opening up a public school. My school is going to be a private school for young black boys and young black girls. I'm a Pan-Africanist. I cannot be there with a public schools that is head of a state, because I will be falling in line with white supremacy if I do that, family. I need you to understand that. Let me start.
Yeah, did he have that serious face on, doing all those hand gestures and shit, rubbing his hands together, doing pointing at shit while he's like, da. This guy, man.
I will not knock my brother, LeBron James, for doing that, but you need to understand the dynamics. And that's why it's taken me a while. I have a school coming in between Chicago that I wanted to, he even mentioned Chicago school. I'm like, here we go, by 2019, and I want to do it at the 400-year anniversary of slavery. I know what I'm doing. I'm the Prince of Pan-Africanism.
This guy, man. Let me tell you something. There are Europeans out there who are more active in restoring the Republic to America than Umar Johnson is.
Of course.
You know, this guy, man.
Because he making it seem like he's trying to do something revolutionary. He's going to revolutionize the fuck. I mean, come on, man. You out here in motels hooking up with random broads. Come on, stop it, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really take him seriously when he's talking about... What was that thing he said about... something to do with marriage. Something along the lines of marriage. The black man's number one priority.
Oh, yeah. The black man's priority, his commitment and his loyalty to the community is his ass better marry a black woman.
And he ain't even married. And how old is he? Like in his 40s?
Fuck that man. That nigga's in his 50s, man. Simping over these random single mothers and using them and shit. I am a psychologist. I understand the mindset. So basically what he's admitting to is he's manipulating women when he says that he's a psychologist.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was using psychology on these women, especially that stripper. Because I mean, you saw the text, stripper? Right? Yeah, you saw the text. I'm a queen, and he went along with that shit.
Oh, he had all these type of emojis. I'm not gonna say that I don't have goofy and silly emojis, but I'm not out here preaching about being the king of consciousness and the prince of Pan-Africanism and I was the best thing since Marcus Garvey and all this shit. I don't go around preaching that shit.
No, he didn't say that, did he?
Omnibenevolent, yes, he did say that. On some omnibenevolent bullshit. Like, fuck out of here.
Wow.
Because I saw a lot of memes going around talking about LeBron James got a school opening up while Umar still don't got his shit running up. But I mean, just to be objective, great things do take time, and I understand that personally. Granted, I've only been doing what I've been doing for not even 2 whole years. So Umar's been at this shit for like what, 5, 6 years? 4, 5, 6 years?
No idea. It just seemed like he came out of nowhere, really.
No, it took me a while to pop, cause niggas was hating, cause they knew as soon as I got to the scene, it was gonna be a wrap for you niggas. Straight to the top, overnight. He said that shit when he was going in on Sarah Sutin back in the end of 2016.
Yeah, that was embarrassing, man. I feel sorry for his father.
Oh man, I've seen Umar's dad on YouTube videos, man. He's so much different than Umar.
Yep. You'd think Umar was not raised around a father the way he acts.
I know,
like, he's
right?
extremely emotional. Man. He's definitely got some bitch-made tendencies.
Oh, well, without a shadow of a doubt. What's your take on Maxine Waters? Because my sister likes that lady a lot. I don't really know much about her. I don't trust her. Wasn't Maxine Waters, wasn't she involved in that whole Statue of Liberty for, you know, illegal immigrants or some shit like that?
Oh, fuck. I wouldn't be surprised.
Hey, man, they're gonna be the same one, be like, this negrita, man, pinche mayates, like, the fucking...
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I mean, she's just another pawn, really. She's another useful idiot.
Yep.
For the, yeah, for them to use.
Because here in America, they already know that black people, to be perfectly honest, a lot of us are lazy as fuck in America, and they know that they could pay these Mexicans and even other, like in Southern America and even Central American Hispanics, they'll be willing to work for them for a cheap ass labor and price, and they're looking at this shit economically. Like they're like, why would I pay Jaquan when I could pay Jose, when I could pay Gennaro like half of that, and they're gonna work twice as much.
Yep. I think what they do is they just make it seem like America's the best place in the world.
They took our jobs!
Yeah. They make it seem like America's the best place in the world. So, yeah. It will backfire, but it's also not true.
America's one big ass company, man.
Yep. Corporation. There are many corporations. The United Kingdom's also a corporation.
Oh yeah, I know. Saudi Arabia?
Yep.
You know what's funny? It's funny how Saudi Arabia and Israel are allies. This is how you know how fucked up and crooked and political shit is. Saudi Arabia and Israel are allies, while there's Palestine, there's Jordan, there's Egypt, Yemen, fucking almost like so many Arab countries going at them. Like that Arab Spring thing. I remember when I used to listen to Pat Condell a lot, where he would talk about the Arab Spring in Libya and shit.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's posted any more videos.
I don't know. I haven't really checked for him lately.
I think he got removed from YouTube, actually. Going crazy recently.
I mean, when it came to things of Islam, I understood where he was coming from, but when he was like out here like, you know, in support and, you know, being cool with Israel and all the shit they were doing.
Yeah.
I was like, nah.
That's one of the things I can't stand about people who are they're against the dogma of Islam. It's not the actual religion. The masses have been given dogma. It's, you know, and yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of a bit iffy about Tommy Robinson. When it comes to he's like pro-Israel, and he actually, I think he referred to himself as a Zionist, which is kind of, yeah. So I don't know if he is a, you know, like controlled opposition or, you know, a plant or a shill, but you know, I mean, all the world's problems, they come from one area.
Right.
They come from, and that's Israel. Israel shouldn't even be a thing. There are Jews out there protesting against Israel.
I know. My
Because
homie Juan says he wants to bomb. He just wants to bomb that big building in Israel, in Jerusalem.
Oh, which one is that?
I think it's like the main synagogue or.
Probably, yeah. Israel.
Fuck. That's funny.
It could be a not Federal Reserve Bank. Yeah, it could be.
Oh, funny thing is, Leo Conan said he had some connections to people that worked as bankers too. And then he got into hip hop.
I mean, his surname is extremely, not his surname, his first name is very weird. Leor. I've never heard that name before.
Neither have I.
I think he's the only Leo Cohen, or Leo, in the world. What does it mean? I'm gonna see if I can find out what it means.
Go for it.
Definition. See if we can find out what that means. Yeah, no, I can't find it.
Man. Fuck. It's funny that, yeah, a lot of people do hold like those Marxist-like views. Even now, even those people, I don't really hear people talk about them like that, but like social justice warriors. I haven't ever heard people talk about that in 2018.
It's actually funny you mentioned Marxism, because there was this woman on Good Morning Britain.
Yeah.
And she was having an argument with Piers Morgan, or Morgan Pierce, or whatever the fuck his name is, and she actually said he was bringing up Obama and how she wasn't being critical of Obama or something.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I am critical of Obama. I'm a communist, you idiot. And I thought, okay, you've got some balls admitting that you're a communist. And communism and Marxism tied together. Communist. She admitted to being a communist on live TV. Okay, that's a red flag. Secondly,
no pun intended.
Yeah, and then she said, what did she say? She said she was critical of Obama, but Obama is a communist. So I mean, I don't understand. I think she's just another useful idiot who doesn't really understand people's ideologies.
I mean, I say that about most feminists.
She is a feminist, actually.
I
here
mean,
it is.
communism and feminists go hand in hand with each other. Like, I'm just convinced that all these social justice warriors, these feminists, and all these people who are globalists, they're just all a part of a Marxist agenda.
Yep. And I also don't like the fact that the woman co-host laughed when she called Piers Morgan an idiot, because it's unprofessional.
It is.
And it's almost like she's co-signing what she's saying. And I've noticed that with women, they'll co-sign bullshit if it's coming from another woman, especially if it's downing a man.
Right.
And that's kind of a problem.
What was your views on Christopher Hitchens?
I have no idea. I don't know who he is.
What?
Of him, but I don't know who he is.
Yeah, Christopher Hitchens was a guy who was he let it be known that he was a proclaimed atheist, and you know he went in on Islam a lot. He died, I think, back in 2011.
Yeah.
I think he might have had a few criticisms when it came to women and things of that nature, but a lot of his arguments were based heavily on secularism.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are back in the days when I really used to go in on religion. When I used to hear guys like Pat Condell, when I hear dudes like Christopher Hitchens. But I gotta say though, going back to what we were talking about with Marxists and communists / and whatnot. I mean, a lot of them a lot of things that go on with atheism coincides with that Babylonian-like behavior.
A degenerate behavior.
A degenerate behavior. That's really what I meant. Yes.
Dysfunctional backwards. De-evolutionary, if that's a word.
Because I want to go back to what you were talking about when you were speaking about Islam and people focusing on the dogmatic angle and aspect of religion.
Yeah, it's been hijacked.
Yes.
Islam has been hijacked by the Arabs.
Oh!
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't belong to them.
Check it out, because I think about even Allah, and I was having this conversation with my mom. I said, I'm convinced that Islam, like Muslims, are a lot of them, especially Arab Muslims, are unknowingly polytheistic or pagan, unknowingly, because they even the origins of Islam, like Muhammad, the so-called Prophet Muhammad, his uncle was a chief of one of these pagan tribes, his own uncle. And I think to myself, Allah got to be some sort of moon god, because why do they hold the crescent moon to such a valuable symbol?
I think it represents the womb. I think it's a corrupted form of female worship.
That's ironic, because if you,
I was looking at this the other day. Something like, so the star represents the child. The moon is the womb, and then the sword that sits on top, it's like a scimitar, like a curved sword. I'm not sure what that represents. I think it's like power or something.
Yeah, it is power, because I could even get into some gang topic just for like a split second. I'm glad you brought that up. So here in Chicago, they have these things called the People Nation, and they have these things called the Folk Nation. People Nation, they run under the 5-point star. Folk Nation runs under the 6-point stars, like the Star of David, like the Gangster Disciples, the Black Disciples.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, their whole doctrine, they use tenets, like certain religious tenets, especially the Black Peace Stones and the Vice Lords. They use like Islamic tenets. Yeah. Like they don't eat pork. They pray like the Muslims do. And they use the crescent moon, like the Vice Lords and the Stones, the Moles, the Black Peace Stones use the crescent moon as one of their symbols. And even the Mickey Cobras, Yeah,
there's another thing actually about the Islam, and not just Islam, but the way you conquer a nation. It is through the woman. So I think that's what it is as well. That's what it represents. When I've heard Taj Tariq Bey say that the Moors used to live under a matriarchy, and it's not what people really think. It means that the lineage comes through the woman.
Yeah, Jewish people understand this shit. Yes, why do you think Jewish people have, like, when your mother's Jewish, you're automatically Jewish, like Drake?
Yep. It's like similar to I think they mentioned this in the Willie Lynch letter, like how to basically.
Spell this out of the devil. Tell me why I got a notification from that white hipster Anthony Fantano, and there was something that said, "Let's argue that Drake is the Nickelback of rap." I swear the notification just came. I'm sorry to cut you off. Continue. Say that again, Daddy.
No, that's funny though. That's true. That's true. He is the Nickelback of rap. Kiki loving ass. Yeah, but what was it? It's like how you break horses, right? You don't try to conquer the male. You conquer the female. So when she has the child or the offspring, she raises them in such a way where they obey the oppressor.
Interesting.
Yeah, you break the mother, and then in turn she breaks the child, and that's how it goes down.
Wow. I never even knew that. Good shit.
Kids screaming outside. But yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, man. Did you know that Chicago was a very dark wizard. Like it's a very magical atmosphere. Like dark magic is often indulged here in Chicago.
When you say dark magic, do you mean like obia, like voodoo?
Not quite. Like even when I told, I don't know if I told you this, but yeah, like how even Lavari Satanism was discovered here.
Interesting.
And even when I was going back to the whole thing by like discussing gangs and the religious aspects and even a lot of symbolic meanings behind it, like I know that with the 6-point star, that one of the symbols behind it, because there's 6 things in the 6-point star, is wisdom is one of them. Wisdom.
It's interesting that you actually mentioned some of these Chicago gangs run off tenets of Islam.
Yeah.
But would that, I don't know, because are these gangs really disciplined like that?
They were at one point until the leaders went to jail.
So do they not practice the tenets anymore?
Other than the OGs and some people who've been in it since like the 90s and the early 2000s, like these new age niggas, nah. Hell no.
Yeah,
the vast majority of them,
basically,
nah.
Yeah, millennials.
The millennials, Generation Z, nah.
They got had, they got fucked up, and now they're fucking everything up.
Because Larry Hoover went to jail. I believe Larry Hoover's in like Colorado. I believe he's somewhere in Colorado for life. Jet Forth, the one they call Chief Malik, David Barksdale died, I believe, from a heart attack. Bobby Gore died back in, I think he died 2013. He didn't die that long ago. So yeah, you cut the head off and ain't nothing to get rid of the body.
Yup.
See, and the funny thing is, there were men out there to like more or less meritalize them, discipline them. But once you got rid of those men, those male figures, they started acting rambunctious. And a lot of these gangbangers, especially here in Chicago, were raised by single mothers. And I can say this, I know this off of being a witness of it and being around these dudes in school. The majority of them did not have their father in their life. Like they were not proactively there.
Yeah.
Or any male figure, not even just a father, like grandfather, uncle, older cousin, older brother, none of that, nah. And even they have a lot of effeminate tendencies, like for real. Like they get emotional really quickly. Like, nah.
Yeah. Especially when they don't understand something.
Yep. Shit. I didn't even want to go deep into this with college, but I even like my homie cause we've been doing this music shit since 2010. I sent you some of my beats before, haven't I?
I'm not sure. Probably
I'll
last
send you
year,
some.
maybe.
If I didn't, I definitely will. But anywho, cause we started this journey in the very beginning of this decade, Daniel. 17 going on 18. We were still like young niggas, kids. And, you know, after a while, especially like during 2011, we started to develop a name, but then we fell back. And then there's a rapper named Young Pappy. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
P-A-P-I?
P-A-P-P-Y.
Not sure.
Well, point is, I went to school in the same neighborhood that guy hung around. And he had a song, a well-known song that had millions of views called Two Cups, about an Ethiopian brother named Mensa who died in a drive-by shooting in a neighborhood called Edgewaters, which was in a school called Sen that my brother went to, the same shirt that I'm wearing. It was in that neighborhood. Yeah. I didn't even think about it. But Yeah, he died around your birthday, like 2 weeks before your birthday, bro. 2 weeks before your birthday. I want to say December 3rd of 2013. I know it was the first few days of December in 2013. I want to say December 3rd, though, 2013. He made a song called Two Cups because that was his nickname.
Yeah.
And that was one of my homies who rapped. That was one of his closest friends. He felt bad. He felt bad that he told him to stay away from him and all that. And I always said, man, don't blame yourself for his demise. He decided to hang around these niggas, these knucklehead niggas who either didn't have their father in their life or their dad was not proactive in their life. And that's what led them to lead that gang life, like that guy Pappy who died 3 years ago.
Yep. Been looking for a family.
Yeah. Looking for a family in the wrong place. And truth be told, gangbanging is just another version of tribalism.
Yeah. Tribalism on steroids.
Yep. Yeah, because in Chicago, like, yeah, people, like, it's hard to really prosper as an artist in Chicago. Like, we had to learn that shit the hard way. Even as kids, even as teenagers and early 20s, like, yeah.
What happened?
We had a whole neighborhood against us. That's what fucking happened.
Well, they were making music too?
Yeah.
Damn, the whole block was making music, damn.
Yup.
Should have made a collective. Like Odd Future, but
like
less.
I said, it's harder to find that in Chicago than it is in California. Like I said, motherfuckers just hate a lot here in Chicago. And we did try to find other people, and even people who weren't about that life and people who weren't ratchet. Like, they still had a mindset of being envious and just shady and whatnot, shifty people. But yeah, that's just me giving you a small summary. I'm not even going super deep into it, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I feel like because even Aretha Franklin died. This is like the dawn of a new age, Daniel. Dick Gregory being gone.
Yeah.
Or yeah, just like I said, Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston, Gil Scott-Heron. It's a lot of people died this decade, man. A lot of the OGs, the legends. Like, yeah, it's the dawn of a new decade. A new age, I mean. That is exactly why I want you to be a part of this conglomerate that we discussed. I mean, you know what it is. And we would be like the Soul Assassins, Daniel. We're gonna be like the Soul Assassins, like how hip hop has that big ass collective / conglomerate. That's gonna be us, bro.
Yeah.
As long as
I can't wait. I can't wait for this website though.
Yeah. As long as you, I mean, I'm sure you believe in this vision, because if you didn't, you wouldn't be talking about this and wouldn't be anticipating it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that, man.